right.
So
Fantastic.
would you like to know about Nogales or the border?
I want to know everything.
Oh,
So, first of all, I'm Jesse.
I'm Claudia.
Claudia.
Nice to meet you.
Awesome. Great to meet you. So, where are we going, Claudia?
Well, right now I'm gonna give you a tour. We're at the borderline. See, it's not very far from here. This is the full center. It's like only 3 blocks.
Okay.
Okay. Since the pandemic, the COVID, this went down.
Okay.
But it's coming back to life again.
So there used to be a lot more traffic.
Oh yeah, there used to be a lot of tourists here. I'm gonna tell you the truth, Nogales, it's like a party town. A lot of US people just come down here to party.
Okay.
You know, to distress. There's no beach, there's nothing, but they could walk around freely. They're safe. Nothing, you know.
Okay.
Nothing wrong happens.
Nice.
They could get anything they want.
I
Don't
see.
put that there.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so you are, you've lived in Nogales for how long?
Most of my life,
Okay.
since I was small, since I was like 7 years old.
Okay. Okay.
The gate was just like, I don't know how to explain it, but it was like you could walk through.
Okay.
You could walk through
It wasn't like
Nogales.
major
Yeah.
passport controls. You just
Like in the Fiestas de Mayo, Nogales, Arizona, Nogales, Sonora used to join themselves right there at the railroad tracks. There used to be a big party, and the U.S. people used to come down here. The Mexicans used to go down there, and there was nothing like this happening. Right now with the gate, there's a lot of things happening. U.S. Customs killing people, shooting them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you a little spot where they
Okay.
killed a kid,
Okay.
like 16 years old. Come on
Okay.
down.
Yeah. Yeah. I had heard a little bit about this. So, what was the story behind what happened to him?
He was just walking down.
Okay.
Nothing happened. The custom was on the other side. He was on the U.S. side.
Okay.
The kid was on the Mexican side, and he pointed at him, you know, and he shot him right in the head. He was like practicing or something, but that was bad.
Oh no. How long ago was
He
this?
didn't even cross the border. You know what I mean?
Okay. Was this was probably before the Bollard Wall was up? The one that we've got now? Was this, or was this,
No,
while this was up?
when they barely put that up.
Okay, they had just put it up.
Yeah.
And so he had pointed at an immigration official on the U.S. side and got
Pointed
shot for
to
it.
the Mexican side.
Okay.
He killed the kid on the Mexican side with the
Yeah.
school uniform.
Oh, jeez.
That's how bad things are getting, you know, the racists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's very bad.
Yeah. Oh, that's
I'm gonna show you
okay.
a few spots. Watch. I think the cross is over here.
Okay.
See those people right there?
Yeah.
They're seeing their family. Their families gather up on the other side,
Okay.
and they get to meet each other
Yeah.
because they can't cross here and they can't go over there.
Okay.
So they're joining them. And now the U.S. Marshal put that new gate on top of those rails.
Okay.
He put that new gate.
Okay. Okay. Just to make it more difficult to get across.
To make it more difficult to communicate.
Oh, you're talking about that chicken
The community,
fence.
yes.
Yeah, okay. I see.
It's harder for them to communicate.
Got it. And also, I'm sure harder to hand little
Very
small
bad.
packages and stuff through.
Yeah. That's his picture right there.
Okay.
That painting, that's the little kid. He was 16 years old.
Okay. Yeah. So we had driven past this on my taxi ride earlier today.
And the U.S. Marshal killed him right there. That's his cross.
Okay.
This is where the kid was shot.
Right here.
I mean, he was in the Mexican side.
Wow.
And the U.S. Customs shot him from the U.S. down here.
Wow. So just to get a view of what this looks like. Hmm.
Okay, bye.
Well, I'm sure that didn't help with cross-border friendliness.
No.
That's too bad. That's too bad.
And the ironic thing is that they got more aggressive. The U.S. people got more aggressive with Mexicans. Instead of the Mexicans, it went, I don't know. It's all crazy.
Now, has there generally been an increase in the amount of drugs that are crossing the border? Or is this just always kind of something that's happening in the background?
Let me tell you something. This is like an ongoing stuff. Since I was like 7, 8 years old, I got conscious. I've seen this happen back and forth. This house has a big tunnel. It used to have a tunnel where they used to cross the drugs down there.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So there's an exit point somewhere over on the other side, on the U.S. side, where this tunnel used to exit out at. And I can see somebody's got a backpack down there. Wow, this is fascinating. Are there a lot of these abandoned houses like this?
That's where the tunnel used to be.
Okay. Wow.
That was a big tunnel. They blocked it, they put some cement on it and stuff like that.
Yep.
But this house has been here like since, I don't know,
A long time.
the longest time.
Now I noticed a needle on the floor over there.
Oh yeah, it's like everybody comes in here and gets drugs and they do drugs and stuff like that.
Do you get
As long
the sense?
as long as you're with me, they're not going to tell you nothing, okay?
Okay.
But don't try to do that alone.
No. You are my guiding light,
They
savior
know
and protector.
me. I mean, they known me for the longest time.
Yeah.
There's another interesting thing that's been happening, and I'm talking about the deals with the drug lords and stuff like that.
Okay.
They divided Nogales. It's not like a whole town.
Okay.
The people living on that side of the railroad tracks can't come down here. And the people living down on this side can't go down there. It's like,
Okay.
it's terrible.
So is it about a 50-50 split through the middle of town?
It's
And
terrible.
why would the cartels decide to do that? Is it just
Because
turf?
of the U.S., how can I say it?
So like one side would get DeConcini Gate and the other side would get Mariposa type of thing?
Let me tell you something. I'm going to be very honest.
Yeah.
The U.S. government is not as honest as they proclaim. You know,
What government is?
You know,
Sure,
so
okay.
they're the ones that put the, you know, like make the strategy decisions.
Yep. Okay, we don't have to talk about anything that is potentially dangerous. So I'm
Just erase it.
sure, you bet. Sure. So I know there's always going to be some amount of, you know, Customs and Border Patrol or DEA or whatever will do something, and then once people realize, oh, hey, things are working a little bit differently, of course, you know, whoever's
Those are all
trying
the
to move.
people that have died around here. don't think they're for sale or nothing. It's art that people do.
Okay.
Each one of those people that you see there,
Yeah.
those little things, it's a person that died
Trying to cross, or
trying to cross.
Okay.
When I was small, Nogales had a big issue about the water.
Okay.
So when I was very little, we used to go to the U.S. houses and ask for water. Freely, you know. It was like a neighbor
I
thing.
see. The water here in Mexico was worse quality. Than
No,
it was
it's not
in
about the
US.
quality. We didn't have enough.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We didn't have enough.
I see.
So we had to go to the U.S. neighbors, knock on the door,
I see.
and fill up some buckets.
Oh, okay. And then you would carry the buckets back home.
Carry
Wow,
the
that's
buckets.
interesting. How long
And-
ago was this?
When I was small,
Okay,
like
I'm not going to ask exactly how many years, but if you could give me a
No.
decade, because that's interesting that the infrastructure was not enough to be able to support the population.
yeah, that's
Okay.
true.
Interesting. So I can see we got a car driving along the side there. This is generally on the west side.
That's
not
the
really.
US.
That's not considered passable, right? Like CBP would typically chase you off.
Yeah.
Okay. So interesting. Now, when people come to cross the border, when they're not trying to claim asylum, generally speaking, from what I understand, oftentimes there will be rides waiting for them on the other side if they're going with kind of a legitimate.
No, there's a lot of ways they do it.
Okay.
Sometimes they just jump on the car. Sometimes they have to walk through the desert 5-7 days.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
So the crossers here, though, in Nogales, when they get here, generally speaking, are they coming in with wristbands or with permission from one or both of the cartels, and then
Both.
Okay, and then kind of they know how they're going to get across the border, or are they coming
Yes.
in here to Nogales and then like having to figure it out?
No, all of them have their own strategies,
Okay,
how to do it.
okay. Interesting. Okay.
You can't even tell. It's a mellow town, but you can't even tell what's going on.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it does seem quite mellow. And you got some really nice houses.
Yeah.
Newer construction. Hold on.
Most of the people that are making these type of constructions, they used to live on the U.S.
Oh, okay. So they're coming back.
They're coming
Maybe
back.
lower
because,
cost of living.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Well, you would think a little GoPro action cam. Okay. Well, so you've seen Nogales change substantially then,
Oh,
over the
yeah.
course of time that you've lived here. What are some of the most surprising things that you've noticed?
What is the most surprising thing that I have noticed?
Yeah, things that stick out the
The
most.
economy.
Okay.
First, we had a passenger train down there where we were coming from.
Yeah, the
We used to
DeConcini
have a
gate.
passenger train.
Okay.
There used to be a lot of tourists
Okay.
because the passenger train stopped right there at the clock where the Catholic church is, around there. And a lot of people got down. They, gathered around. They partied and then jumped back on the train and head where they were going.
Got it. And the train was just coming in from the Nogales side on the U.S.?
from the U.S.
Okay.
and then here to Mexico, and from here from Mexico all the way to Nayarit.
Nayarit. Okay.
Ixtlan.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
I think that's what, if she gets elected, that's what she's trying to do.
And is this the mayor that you're a new mayor, or this is
The president.
Oh yeah, right. Because we've got
The elections are
are up this year in June, right?
June.
Okay.
The elections, these elections are the biggest ones happening
Yeah.
because it's like 29 governments and then like 250 mayors and stuff like that.
Okay.